Welcome everybody to the stream. Hope everybody, I can't even speak today. Hope everybody's doing well. And there was another patch that dropped yesterday, and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see if there's any improvements, and we're going to see if we could test other ships in the process here. I was thinking of keeping it consistent. We're going to go keep it at Obituary. We can, always fly down to the beautiful planet Bloom and do some testing, since now I know where the relays and stuff like that are. All right. Before we carry on, I want to make sure our audio is working. Give me a second. All right, we sound good. So there has been drastic changes, which is very difficult to keep up in a sense, because since I don't know how their work flow is, but in my opinion, I think it seems to be a very tight timeline. If they do decide, I think it's set to tentative, so they could change, but the idea is that they want to get this out to live, half of the month coming up in December. But I've more or less seen improvements as far as when it comes to lag or whatever. FPS is decent, but I still get that weird kind of lag when we get down to Bloom still. But that was last patch yesterday. I'm curious, what are the fire extinguishers classification here? It should be utility, but it's not. It's under weapon. Although that would be interesting if you could damage somebody with this. Although you can't damage anybody with this. You could fire it into in armistice zones, so it doesn't really do anything. There are people have suggested having the fire extinguisher push them around in space as a means to move around, which is I think it would be pretty cool to add that. What else are we looking for? Are we looking for the SRT? And I think we're good.
Welcome to the ASOS Vehicle Retrieval System.
The Reclaimer. Maybe we could do a little bit of testing with the Reclaimer. I haven't done light fighters yet, though. Or just, fighter light, medium, whatever. Large fighters. Yeah, I've also been using the A2 and the A1, and I haven't tried the engineering in those ships. Oops. Drake Caterpillar is another one. I don't recall doing the Clipper. I know we've destroyed one with the railgun. We do have a Corsair. I know during the tech preview when I tested the Corsair, the doors, I couldn't open the doors. That's a problem. Although I'd say that the Corsair is a ship that I think a lot of people do use still. So we'll start out with the Corsair. We'll do a little bit of a ship combat. Just need to find the button, unless there is no button. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It's way off to the side. And I'm going to put the FPS counter up on the screen so you guys can look at that. So for more or less, I think there are maybe some components back here. Oh, that's something we need to get. We have to get relays. Alright, we have the cooler, power plant. What is this? Shield generator. All in one section here. And then our fuses. So we're going to run down to... And we have some more fuses here. And we have another power plant here. So the components are spread out in the ship here. Alright, so we're gonna have to go buy some fuses down on Bloom. Oh, okay. I underestimated. I thought we were a little bit lower than that, but...
Thank you for visiting. Safe travels.
Interesting. So... when you pull up your landing gears, the wings don't automatically deploy, but the clipper does. So you probably still have to do Alt K. Let's see. Yeah, so Alt K allows the wings to come down. I mean, you can still fly with the wings up. And we have a clipper down here. Okay, we have also... oh. Also a vulture. I'm not sure what he's doing. Or if there's anybody in these ships. Doesn't look like it. I'm not sure what that, like, I don't know if you see that graphical glitch that keeps happening on the starboard side of the ship. Oh, okay. I guess we didn't really... ah, that's why. Our gun is on this makeshift fence here. Can we get back up? Yeah, that's good. gonna buy canisters just in case they made any adjustments to the SRT gun. All right, we're good to go.
Engines online.
Oh, okay. What's happening here? Oh, okay. We smacked into the tower there.
Shield system offline.
Wondering if we can maybe find a better ship fighting mission, maybe. Let's try this one out. Eliminate annoyance.
Shield system offline.
What up, it's Stokes. We got the location, so go out there and keep the hell out of wherever school. Take it through.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
All right, here we go.
Contact.
Nice. That's the way we want it. Right away.
Shield system online.
Is that a 100i or It's definitely an origin ship.
Shield system is hit.
Oh my god. Shields evaporated on the ship.
Shield system is hit.
I mean, we were able to hit it before. Now we're just missing it a lot.
Shield system is hit. Shield system is hit.
All right, it's already, wow. Second shot made the origin go into critical mode, critical mass. I'm curious to see how long it's gonna last. So they've added, you know, critical mass to the NPCs, which is going to be interesting. So right now, currently, there it is. Eventually, the NPC ship ends up getting destroyed from the fire, or whatever. I guess that's what's going on.
We'll head off in a sec. We're just sorting some stuff out.
Contact.
Oh my god, two-shotted the Mustang.
Let's go.
Nice. Okay, now we have to escort ship out of the area here. Alright, so while the escort's coming out of the hangar, we're gonna check to see if we have any degradation or whatever during combat with these ships. You can see there's a little bit of wear on the on our weapons.
Contact.
We'll wait for the enemy to get to us. We can't leave the escort.
Fight's over here, genius.
I don't know if there's desync going on, but we're not hitting this target whatsoever. Alright, wow. We just annihilated
You've got
this
to keep
wing.
them off us so we can work. Where the hell are you going? Mayday, mayday! Outlaws are attacking my ship! Keep the fighters off me so I can work. Where the hell are you going? Thank you. I thought we were done for.
Contact.
Nice, okay. Pisces down. And the other ship can't even fly. Okay, objective complete. And it died. Oh, there's no one coming in.
Fight's over here, genius.
Contact.
And yeah, our escort is just going really fast.
You've got to keep them off us so we can work. Where the hell are you going?
Oh, two-shotted.
Contact.
And we got some desync.
Shield system is in.
Keep the fighters off me so I can work. Fight's over here, genius.
Nice, okay. And now we gotta...
Keep the fighters off me so I can work.
He's going down fast.
Fight's over here, genius.
This dude is like... just asking to die here. Yeah, I think he's gonna go down. I don't think they're gonna get there in time.
Shield system is hit.
Oh, he made it easy for me. Nice. You know, this is a really long mission for the payout.
I'm heading out. Take care.
Nice, there it is. And we got rewarded. So, you could see that you could, you know, still go out in the verse. At least, like beginner missions, you could,
Gonna send your pay.
you know, solo a Corsair or whatever. I'd imagine you can do it with the, you know, the Connie also. And let's go check to see if we have any wear after all of this. Yeah, you can see that our weapons, we lost like 2 points on the Badger repeaters. And the cannons, we lost 3 points. Yeah, so the weapons are really the ones that got wear and tear on them. I mean, we're using them. It makes sense. And then as far as I know, the only way to repair them is 1, at the station. 2, you could bring an extra pair of, you know, weapons, ship weapons with you. I mean, if you're, you know, like, for most of the players, they're gonna just go back to a station and just repair it. It just makes sense. It's too bad I can't get a mission that can really challenge us. Other than, you know, the only way is to rank up. Although we could probably do Gilly's flight school back. That would have been smart to do. Is put our home at Hurston or something like that.
Quantum drive is now on.
But then again, is Gilly's... I mean, we're having an issue with Gilly's flight school on the live patch, so... the risk of travel... or at least wasted time traveling to find out it doesn't work. Alright, so this time we're going to take another mission and we're just going to let the we're going to turn off our shields and we're just going to let the ship beat on us, and we're going to just see how the Corsair reacts to it. Oh, it's raining in space. Look at that. Strange phenomenon.
Hey, it's Ken. Saw that you're picking up another map.
Quantum drive is now off.
Good luck with this one.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on.
So my first reaction thus far playing this patch feels pretty smooth.
Quantum drive is now off.
So this mission will be suffice enough to at least with the enemy, it'll give us. It won't be a quick death for us. It will be slow, but enough for us to see, you know, fire starting or even test to see, because they mentioned that Jared Huckabee mentioned or asked a question: are players going to get stuck? You know, if there's no power, right? To the doors and stuff. Which, I mean, technically it does make sense. The doors require power, but in this case it's a space game, and they, at least in this current iteration, maybe they can figure out some way to sort of make it a little bit more realistic. Maybe there's an analog whole thing majiggy, right, to make it to unlatch the door. You know, you could add some creativity that way. Alright, so now we're going to just turn off our shields. I mean, on that note, I think they could have added a fire protection system on larger ships. And if you have a bunch of engineers on the ships, it expedites putting out fires and etc., right? Where am I looking? Oh, so for the life support and generator, they could have added, you know, not making another type of like node. They could have, you know, maybe put it in the same category as life support, because it is technically life support. If you have a fire in the ship, having a, you know, fire protection safety system. Alright, so we're going to wait until a fire breaks out, and then we're going to see if venting the ship puts out the fire. I guess it depends on the section. And we have a bunch of relays on us, just in case any of the relays start dying on us here. Or fuses, rather. Alright, now we're getting some sparks, that's good. Alright, so I'm not sure if there was 2 fuses here, but there is 2 slots here. Let's check the engineering. I see red on the screen. Oh, we're in critical state. Oh, wow, okay. That went real radical right away.
Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is, so long as we don't die, I'm gonna put our shields back up. And we're gonna open up our doors, see if that does anything.
Warning, fire detected.
Okay, yeah, that's not working. Why is our doors closed? Open, there you go. Oh, it actually worked.
Warning, fire detected.
Alright, so that actually works on the Corsair. If you open up the doors, you can put out the fires. Now, it's good. Oh, there it is. Or at least we know that the Corsair, putting out the fires that way does work. In fact, maybe we'll put more of that concentration during this session. seeing which ships can be vented in space. Obviously, if you're on a planet like Bloom, it's breathable atmosphere. It just doesn't make sense. In fact, like, well, if this is real life, you'll be adding oxygen to the fire, since it's breathable atmosphere. I mean, in fact, it would be better just to keep the doors closed at that point. Which actually doesn't make much sense. The fire is happening in the ship. Life support goes down, which is technically your breathable, you know, and it also purifies the air if there's smoke and stuff. It would make sense. If that goes down, the fires should be going out on their own because it becomes a vacuum at some point. Alright, so we're gonna bring out a constellation. And we're gonna see if we can do the same thing with that ship.
Your vehicle has been delivered clean significantly.
Yeah, so this time around we don't have any fuses, so... oh, that's not good. I think we're gonna die here. There it is. So it's what happens when you don't pay attention. That's what that caution sign's there for. Give me a second to take this phone call here.
ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to scene.
All right, so we made it back to the Andromeda, and now we're gonna head back to the mission. We just got a bug. If you look at the top of the screen, it says obstructing parking area, impounding vehicle in 55 seconds. Although I had this happen to me before, and during Quantum, the ship just disappeared, so hopefully that doesn't happen to us here. I also saw somebody in chat. He tried to secure an Idris during IE. He was saying that the Idris was bought up immediately. I'm wondering what they're going for on the gray market. You can quickly check that out. This NPC's real hungry to get to us. All right, so I'm actually curious if we get component failures with the shields on. We'll let it beat on us for about, I don't know, 2 minutes. We'll see what happens. It looks, all right, it's taking down our front shields. Damn. And our life support is here. In fact, can we repair it? No. I'm just curious to see what the salvage machine is going to show up for us just going around the ship like this. So the engineering components are right back here. In fact, can we steal from the little snub fighter here since the shields are not on? But we can't. Okay. They really thought about this. Well, I'm also curious too if we're able to open the doors, right, to vent out the ship in space. Does that mean we're going to suffocate now? I mean, on 4.4, if you open up the doors and you have your helmet off, you're fine. Alright, finally got our shields down. Alright. Just give me a sec, gotta answer this phone again. Alright, so it looks like our power is going down. I'm gonna have to take a about maybe 5-minute maybe 5 maximum 10-minute AFK break. Then we'll be back, but you can see the cooler is failing, which means I wouldn't be surprised if fire may be happening at some point soon. Well, shields are probably gonna go down really fast. Alright, so I'll leave my character here so you can see the progression of the fire. Alright, I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. So I am actually pretty shocked how long we lasted. We can see behind us is we have a lot of smoke coming out. Our relays are gone, so, or excuse me, the fuses are gone here. Alright, let's see what kind of damage... Uh-oh. Alright, life support is still on. I mean, it's damaged, but it's still on. Shields are still on, which is good. And you could see that the fuses are gone back here. It's showing up. It's kind of like funky. There it is. Showing our two fuses not there. In fact, what if we just take the one fuse here and then put one back here? Okay, nice. So you can actually open up the doors. Interesting. So, as you can see, we have no more armor. And our hull is at 48%. I mean, it's safe to say that the Connie can survive. Look at this. We're all red in the rear. Ship is not in critical state yet. Our radar system is down because the relays are destroyed back there. We have our jump drive is down. Missile racks are all down.
Shield is down.
In fact, I'm probably wrong. So the radar system is destroyed. And the ship is still flyable. Oh, the NPC took out our two engines on the top there.
Shields damaged.
I mean, the fact that we're getting beaten up like this and we're still alive, I mean, this is probably gonna be my go-to ship doing, you know, solo things and stuff. I'm actually curious what this relay does. It doesn't tell us anything. Oh. I mean, it's showing us a web of where it goes. Alright, it looks like it does weapons, as far as I'm seeing here. But the weapons are still working. Alright, we're going to pull off one of the fuses, and we're going to put it back there. Okay, what just happened? Alright, we have a cooler failure. And I guess this is a bug because I don't see the cooler. I mean, I see part of the name over here, but there's no, there's like nothing that represents the cooler as far as the animation you see here. I mean, maybe the, I don't know, maybe this ship is not really, like, fully optimized yet. I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just turn the coolers off. If they're off already, that's a different story. So apparently we have no coolers. Coolers are normally around this section. I mean, it makes sense, cooler failure. But typically, still, you'll be able to still see the coolers. And we could still fly. Interesting. But not so good, though. It is actually very hard to fly. Oh, it's not too bad, but pretty hard to fly right now.
Shields damaged.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. When you get to this state of damage on a Connie, it's very difficult to fly it now. So radar system is not working.
Radar contact.
My God.
Just got confirmation that bounty.
Still with 2 size 5 weapons, just annihilated that ship. Yeah, so as you can see, there has been no fires in the Connie, even though we're in pretty bad shape right now. So my next test I want to do is we're going to open up all the doors and we're going to see if we get a vacuum in the ship here. All right, so all of the doors are open. We are on the bridge. Oh, interesting. We are suffocating right now. Oh, so yeah, we're we better put our helmet back on. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut all the doors, and we're gonna see if we could breathe without the helmet on. All right, everything is closed. Ah, that is pretty cool. Okay. So our helmet is off. Our life support system is working. Let's just walk around the ship. I'll put in third person so you can see where we have no helmet on. Oh, that's a weird... Oh, we got that weird... Oh, that's probably... Whoa, we're gonna die. I think we're gonna die. Oh, that is so detailed. So the snub fighter is destroyed, and you can see as soon as you open this door up, we start, well, now we're starting to suffocate. Alright, we're gonna open up the flatbed here, and we're suffocating again. Alright, doors close, our oxygen goes back up. Wow. So we have a self-contained, it is pretty detailed. That is pretty cool. So if somebody opens up part of the ship and you have your helmet off and they decide to come through the door, the air leaves the room. Look at that. And now we're suffocating. Now the door closes, oxygen comes back. I mean, it's pretty instant, or not instant, but it's pretty fast. It comes, the oxygen I guess gets supplied pretty quick, but still pretty damn good iteration. First iteration so far. I'm wondering if other ships follow this kind of detail. This is pretty damn cool. Alright, so we're just gonna backspace, head back. We'll pull out another ship. I am curious. Maybe we'll bring a little bit of a larger ship out and test whether or not the oxygen, you know, becomes a vacuum inside. Maybe attack or something.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
All right, let's bring up the TAC.
Your vehicle has been limited only in citizens.
All right, so while it's coming up, we're gonna pull over SP Viewer, because now I'm curious if there's any changes to the Connie, because Andromeda. Oh, did they raise the did they raise the total hit points for the Connie? It's at 180,000. No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, in fact, I'm pretty sure it's whoever owns or runs the SP Viewer and you know, as well as Urkel, which is a separate thing, are probably going nuts because of the drastic changes that are happening on the PTU. All right, but this is according to the patch 9259. Let's see. 9259. Wow, this dude is on. He's right on the dot here. Or really up to date with the stats. This man is working hard. So. Yeah, so what we just saw, the Connie is a survivor for engineering. I mean, it barely has any fuses in the ship. I think it's like there's just 2 spots for fuses. I don't know if it's going to get any additional, you know, fuse slots that they're going to, you know, put throughout the ship. So for the TAC, I don't know where all of the engineering components. I'd imagine it's going to be up in the engineering section in the 2nd floor, since technically it is. That is the name of it. There it is. Alright, so we have some fuses here. Engineering panels working here. Oh, interesting. Oh, the components are not there. Okay. So we might have to still add these things. Alright, the power plant is there. We can actually repair that. Oh, there are fuses on both sides. Okay. Alright, the cooler. What is this? And shield generator. All of the important components are in this section, which makes sense. I'm trying to see if there's any fuses in this section. Alright, so there's no fuses in the hangar bay, as you can see here. In fact, I'm surprised they don't have a fire extinguisher here, just in case your ship goes on fire. Yeah, so we have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen, makes sense. Habitat. And no fuses. Alright, so we have some more fuses here. And this is nothing. I'm sure they're gonna add this, whatever this is. It says computer on it. in the future. Alright, so the first test we want to do, we're going to see if we open up all the doors on the tack, even if we're at the bridge, if the vacuum space gets to us. I mean, there's a lot of doors that gets, you know, you have to, that opens up to get to the exterior, so... Alright, so we're going to do it right over here. It's just going to open up. Actually, we'll leave the doors closed, take off our helmet, and see if we go throughout the ship, if there's any kind of, well, bugs, first of all. Alright, we have our helmet off. Just gonna walk through the ship, see if we have any, I mean, then it would be just a design flaw. Sometimes the, taking the main elevator in some ships, you could start to suffocate. I'm not saying for this particular ship. I'm saying ships in general. Oh, look, the mirror's working. So I wasn't paying attention to see if there was another engineering panel, but this seems to be already the only one that I found. Let's see. Okay, that's the front. This is the rear. Okay, R is, if you see R, that's the relays. Here's another R, which makes sense. And then our life support is in this section. I don't see... I mean, the only other relay is up here. Alright, so as far as the relays are very simplistic in the ship as well. Alright, so far our ship is pretty airtight. I'm not sure if CIG knows about this, but the to open this door is no longer there still. So in order to get this door open, you either have to have the pilot open up all the doors, or you need to shoot the door open to get it open. Alright, there's our life support system here. And then you have a gravity generator, which is not yet in the game. Alright, so the ship is completely airtight, so we're going to open up all the doors, and we're going to see if we can start to suffocate. Alright, doors are opening. And nothing's happening so far. So the hatch is open down there, and we're not, suffocating. So it looks like this ship has not been optimized for this yet. And the hangar is open right now. Yeah, so you could suffocate here. But now once you're out of there, you don't suffocate. So I guess it's sort of partially working. Oh, we're still suffocating. Okay. And, okay, now we're not suffocating. Alright, so this is partially working, the tack. Alright, the next step, we're going to go out and test the engineering of this ship.
You got all the details and you know what to do. Play it smart and come home safe, you hear?
Quantum travel complete.
Alright, there's the target. We're just gonna let him smack up our ship here. Alright, I'm just gonna make it nice and quick for us to go test the engineering. We're just gonna turn off the shields here. Alright, so I guess there's no engineering panel up in the front here. I mean, some of the ships out in the verse have engineering panels in the bridge. I mean, it's fine, you know, like it makes sense to being in the engineering, you know, area of the ship. And the values are reflecting real time. As you can see, the armor is going down. It's at 20%, 19. And then also the hull is being affected. I mean, it doesn't help our enemy here is just using, well, has just I think it's laser repeaters, but in general, I don't think it's going to cause us to lose components. I think it's more to do with ballistics. Now our hull's down at 45%, but as you can see, everything here, it looks okay. Okay, we just got something. Our cooler is still good. Let's see if we lost any of our relays. Relay support is at 6%. Okay, relays look good. I think we're just gonna die from just from ship damage. And you can see our power plant is being affected here, somehow. Alright, our hull is down at 15%. Alright, 10%. Yeah, like I said, I think we're just gonna blow up. I mean, we're yeah, we need an NPC with ballistic weapons to really test this. right.
Fire detected.
Okay, there it is. Oh, wow, that is a blazing fire there.
Warning. Fire detected.
Oh, wow. VFX is turned up in here.
Warning. Fire detected. Warning. Fire detected. Warning. Fire detected.
Okay, where's the other fires? Or is that it? Oh, that should be it. Yeah. Alright, we have a power plant failure. Makes sense. Can we repair here? And it looks like we have an invisible fire on the floor. Alright, let's see if we can grab some, RMC off the, hall here, if we have any RMC off this hall. Okay, nice. We're able to grab some RMC here. Okay. Alright, let's go try to get ourselves repaired. At least get the power plant up again.
Critical failure imminent.
And doesn't look like we could repair it. We have a critical failure. Yeah, with the ship battering us, I don't think we're gonna get this up. I think we're gonna die here. The reactor's going. Can we actually fix this? We have 45 seconds. Yeah, it's not going up. I don't know. I mean, it could be very well be the ship just attacking us keeps bringing it down to 0 again. Yeah, you can see the keeps going back to 0. Yeah, it's because this doesn't really make sense.
Warning,
Uh-oh.
fire detected. Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected.
Damn, I'm surprised you lasted this long. Oh, reactor is down to 0. You didn't blow up yet. I'm sure that's a bug.
Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected. Warning,
Weird. I have to leave the room in order to get this to clear.
warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected.
Alright, let's see if it goes off on its own this time.
Warning, fire detected.
There it is. Our final reckoning. I think with lasers, they shouldn't be able to, like, still take down the HP of the components inside the ship. I mean, that could be very well bugged. I don't know, but since the ballistics job is, in fact, to do that, to be more strategic in that fashion.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
All right, so what other ships do we want to try out here? let's bring out the reclaimer. I mean, the reclaimer is probably going to take forever to do. We're probably going to have to do it ourselves. I'm also curious to see if they've raised the or adjusted the HP of the reclaimer. Damn, 123,000 HP for this giant ship seems very low. I mean, this is likely free as well. Yeah, same thing, same HP. Yeah, so we could just have the little guy batter us in the on the reclaimer.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following lead. Welcome to the ASOS
Oh, cool. There's a viewer in, or at least a viewer subscribed to me in chat during the IE. Just noticed his name.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your main visit is again.
I keep forgetting. Oh, there's the elevator. It's just that the marker keeps disappearing. Okay, what is happening here? Can't even get on. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the Reclaimer. Such a huge ship with low HP. I don't know when they're going to, you know, adjust the HP of this ship, especially large ships. So the Reclaimer engineering is a bit awkward, especially if you're soloing a Reclaimer. It's going to be very difficult because you got to get back to either these two rails to get down, you know, in case your components are on fire, whatever's going on. You have to get through the front of the ship to the rear and then go down. So you had to go up, over, and then down.
combat system activated. System.
And I forgot, it has weapons that the pilot can use, which is pretty cool.
Shields offline.
Where's the marker? Oh, here it is. Maybe. Just make it easier. We'll just reload up the mission again.
You know, sometimes if you're not feeling a job, it's best to just walk away. Good day to take down some shitheads, huh? Got your pay on tap and ready to go, don't you?
All right, here we go. We have a ship here already. What is that? Oh, it's our, is that the TAC we were in before? No, it's, oh, somebody's, Perseus. I'll be doing some testing too. Oh no! Turn off our.
Shields under fire.
I don't want our PDCs destroying the target. All right, we're gonna just
Shields
take down the shields, and now we're gonna make our way back to the engineering section. Alright, so this is just for show, because you can't interact with it with the SRT gun. Alright, so it looks like... Yeah, the Reclaimer doesn't have... Like... You can see that the SRT is not interacting with any of the components whatsoever. Alright, let's take a look at the panel, see if we lost anything. And let's look and see if we could find the relays. Should be under R. We have our life support down here, or at least in the front section of the ship. I'm trying to see whether or not... Oh, here's the elevator, so it's right in the vicinity of where the front elevator in the top turret. Alright, there's our first relay that I could see here. And I think that's the only relay on the ship. Yeah, that's the only relay on the ship here. So it looks like they still have to work on the Reclaimer when it comes to engineering. I mean, they did tell us that, so not like specifically about the Reclaimer, but they said that, you know, there are ships that still need the adaptation of engineering still put into the ships. We're just going to turn off our coolers. We're just going to expedite this. What is this here? Not really sure what this is here. I mean, we're right back here. This looks like the drone station area. And you can see the temperatures reaching close to critical mass. We'll put back the coolers because I want to see, just like with the with the TAC, the fire just started as soon as the hull hit 0. I'm wondering if it's going to do that same thing with the reclaimer here. That's cool. You can hear the as soon as you put the weapons on, the PDCs respawn right away. Alright, we're getting close. We're about 27% in the hull. And then we just get visual fires, not yeah, I think having the these old fire effects that the ship gives once it hits a certain percentage in the hull is a bit confusing, especially if you're trying to fight fires around the ship. I also noticed that our fire extinguisher, every time we die, it becomes full again. It's taking a while. Now we're at 22% on the hull. On the reclaimer, it's not going to be. There's no way you can get components down here. If someone wanted to carry additional components, they're just going to be forced to go back, to a station. That's the only alternative. Being that these are likely the components, but they're not. You can't interact with them yet. But I think the fires still break out in these locations. 15%. I'm actually curious, can we see the target if we take our helmet off? Yeah, we can. Okay. I mean, I would say that we shouldn't be able to. Not unless we have, you know, the helmet on. Alright, we're at 11% hull. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's not really moving at all. I mean, I can hear the targets smacking the ship up. There it is. Okay, 10%. All right, we're at 5%. All right, 2%, it's about to go down. Once it hits 1%, we're just gonna back away and we're just gonna see how the fire starts in the, all right, we just may blow up or we're about to see. Here we go, 1%. That's a really long 1%. have a feeling, if I look at that, if I look at the kiosk, I feel like that's when it's gonna happen. We should have been at 0 already. What's going on here? Yeah, we're at 0 hall. And we have nothing critical yet. Let's see if our shields go back up. Alright, shields going back up. And we're gonna put power to weapons. Yeah, the weapons are working. Alright, we're just gonna turn this stuff off again. Trying to see where the life support system is. I mean, can it be that the Reclaimer is invincible now? Yeah, so basically the entire hall, or most of it, is red. Can we still fly? Yeah, we can still fly. Damn, this thing is... Alright, so I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn off the cooler just to create a failure on the system here.
Shields online. Weapon systems online.
Man. Still able to take out the target.
Nice job taking them out. I'll push your payment through.
And so far, there's 2 things that need to be repaired. I'm trying to find those. Oh, the target took out 2 of our PDCs. And they repair pretty damn fast. Alright, so that looks like it's working. The temperature is rising on these components. In fact, we'll turn off the life support. I don't know, I feel like this is not really optimized at all. Alright, so I think it's pretty safe to say that the Reclaimer is still not ready, or at least optimized yet for engineering. We're going to see if it is invincible. I'm going to just smash it into the asteroid nearby here. What do you think, guys? Are we gonna die or no? Goodbye, crew world. There it is. You can be destroyed. Okay, it's not indestructible. I don't know. I was a bit confused with, you know, having zero hull, which doesn't, like, with the TAC, once you hit zero hull, it goes into a critical failure. And then at that point, I think that's when the ship is about to explode. You got to make your way out before the timer. It's 0. All right, what time is it? 2 p.m. I think we're this will be it for me. Nice, short and sweet stream here. I'm not sure if they're going to be working over the weekend. The devs, we'll see. If they do, in fact, update the PTU as of tonight, we could do another short one tomorrow. But it is pretty cool. At least the Constellation seems to be the most optimized when it comes to when you open doors to space, it becomes a vacuum. As you saw, the TAC really, you know, it failed in some of the compartments of the ship. And then Reclaimer, I wasn't even bothered because it's clearly not like optimized as you saw or you were watching. I mean, if you're new here or just tuning in, Reclaimer is clearly not optimized yet. Let's get up close to this flame here. We'll get a pretty cool shot. And get myself out of the way there. That looks pretty cool, right? So, anyways, gentlemen, I hope you guys had a good time. I had a decent time today doing the little bit of testing here on some newer ships. The Constellation, I wanted to revisit. I wanted to see any updates. It looks like, as you saw, that they did update the interior when it comes to vacuuming the ship in case you have a fire. Unfortunately, we weren't able to produce a fire on the ship. I mean, all of the enemies we had were just laser repeaters, just lasers in general. I really wanted to have, you know, an NPC ship beat us up with some ballistics, but unfortunately we were just unlucky. Now, as far as, like, you know, the latency and how the patch feels, it feels, as far as latency, it feels a bit better. When we were at Bloom before, when we started the stream, you still do get hiccups of this weird lag issue when you get close to the ground. So we'll see. We'll see going forward. Yeah, so again, anybody who's tuned in today, it's likely anybody who's lurking today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and listening in and tuning in. And those of you guys on the recorded version, thank you so much for tuning in as well. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.